to CT News. In today's program, we will give you an update on the ongoing corona crisis. We have reports from the week's FA Cup games, and then we will finish with the weather. But first, we will show you some disturbing pictures from the wars in the Middle East. We do this to make you feel bad while you eat at home in your sofa. With the daily cases of coronavirus rapidly increasing, the fear and panic spread among the country's nursing homes. We now go to Crystal Metheny, who's live at one of these homes. The panic is really starting to grow at this local nursing home. I interviewed one of the residents here, and he's not optimistic about his future.
I remember before the virus, we used to all have big sex parties, all coming together. And it was fun. Sadly now that only me, Rolf and Linda left, it's not that fun. The worst thing is that Linda only participates once a week. So it's, for the most time, it's me and Rolf going at it. Yeah, he's a stallion, that Rolfy boy. I love him.
After that sad story, I went out to find people of the public to see what they think of the situation. I think it's sad, that the options are limited with the elderly people. If they need one to take care of them, I will be up for a job, They took care of us when we were younger, and now I would like to return the favor. It really looks dark for the people at this nursing home and every other across the country. With that said, I'm Crystal Metheny, this is CT News. Thank you. Thanks for that, Crystal. We now have live in the studio expert on the subject, Mark Mayward. Mark, what are some consequences that may come with the lack of a vaccine?
Most people dying of the virus are actually old, and most elderly people died in the first and second wave, so the third wave won't be as deadly. And the elderly people are a burden to our economy. So if they the lack of a vaccine will actually be a good thing.
That concludes that segment. Thanks, Mark. Now on to the sport, where earlier this week Manchester United beat West Ham United 1-0 in the FA Cup. Scott McSauce slotted in a beautiful volley to win the game from Manchester United. The assist was provided by Marcus Rashford, MBE Marcus Rashford. This is not the first time Rashford provides, as he constantly fights the government to feed poor and hungry kids all over the country. Great work, as usual, by Rashford and Scott McSauce. Now, onto the final segment of today's show, the weather with Katrina Snower.
Thanks for that, Carl. Hey, I'm Katrina Snower, and this is the weather, right? So if you see here in Europe, it's cold as fuck, right? Right, and then over in Russia, here, it's also cold as fuck, right? Yeah? But here in the middle, in Australia, it's actually really warm, like really warm. So all the polar bears, they've died. They did, because it's so warm in Australia. So I guess the coronavirus didn't kill them, but the heat. They couldn't handle the heat. So that's all for the weather with Katrina Snower. Back to you, Carl.
Thanks for that, Katrina. That's sadly all the time we have for today's news. Catch us next time, where we discuss Prince Andrew's sex life, and we'll be joined live in the studio by famous pedophile Keith Tocher. I'm Carl Timber, this is CT News. See you next time. Goodbye.
So that's sad. The coronavirus didn't kill them, so whoa.